Yeah, we hope the whole thing balanced now. So please let's wait a minute. Okay, guys, we are back online. Yeah, I hope Loretta connect with us soon. Okay, okay. I can see her now. Okay, I should soon connect. Okay, Loretta is now online. She's now live.
Can
Um,
can you still see the video? I don't know.
the whole place is still very dark. I I can't see you, but I
Oh,
can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
uh-oh.
Ah, the network is not friendly at all.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Yeah. So what do we do now? Honestly.
I think we should go on while I try to
Okay.
work on it on my end.
Oh, okay. Okay. So please, guys, bear with us. I think Narita is having some network challenge from her end. I hope she resolve it soon. You guys will soon see her face. Please, kindly bear with us.
True.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I hope we resolve that soon. All right. Thank you so much, Loretta, for accepting our invite.
Uh,
Hello.
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I said
Yeah,
thank you
I'm
so much.
just trying to enable the video on my end and it's not working out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So please, guys, bear with us. Give us some couple of minutes, please. I hope Loretta resolve it soon. Please bear with
I
us.
hope so too. Okay.
Yeah, it's
It's
still
still
blank
dark.
here.
Oh,
Yes, it's still blank.
okay.
Please, is there anyone online that can suggest to us what to do, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying I'm speaking with our viewers if they know any way they can be of help. Okay, people are joining us. Please, guys, bear with us. We are having some network challenge from Loretta's end. I hope she resolve it soon. Yeah, I can see. Um, I can see Mr. Julius. Thank you. I can see. Well, this name I don't know how to pronounce it. Y underscore So I don't know. Sorry, Loretta is off again. I hope she resolve the challenge from her ends. Okay, Anuto is online. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I Loretta is back. Please, guys, bear with us. Yeah, yes. Anu, the network is bad indeed from my end. Yeah, I can see Okay Cornelius to join us. Thank you so much. Please, guys, bear with us. I think the network from our guest end, Loretta, is bad.
Yeah, so I think we can continue, right?
O-
The video may come
Okay.
on later on. Yeah, so it doesn't delay us.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Loretta, for accepting to be our first guest in the first online webinar. Thank you so much. We appreciate your acceptance. Okay, guys. I believe, yeah. Okay, guys. I believe you've been following us, and I believe you also see her you saw her profile. Loretta has been a risk manager almost throughout her career life, risk manager with PWs. She worked with, let me kind of tell a bit of her profile. She's currently working as a senior risk manager with Miss Western Oil and Gas Company. It's an indigenous oil company. Before now, she worked with PwC as senior associate internal control and risk management. She also worked with Deloitte. These are big four companies. She worked with two big four. That means she yeah. That means there's a lot in you, and I believe that this program is going to be impactful and we'll learn a lot from your wealth of experience. Yeah, and she is a personal finance specialist. In case you don't know, so please, I advise you also send down your questions because you'll be attending to some of it. Please, guys, still bear with us because the network from our end is still very bad. We can't see her. Okay, Anu says she's not hearing me. Can you hear me now? Hello, Loretta, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the viewers would like to hear a bit from you about
Oh,
yourself.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just let me know when my network refuses to let people hear me anymore.
Okay, all right, I will.
Okay. But I hope I'm
Yeah.
clear now.
Yeah, it's very loud and clear. It's just the
Okay.
video. Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. See, Mr. Julius Parati is online. Thank you, Daddy, for joining us. Thank you. Um, who is this? This name I can't pronounce it. VVY. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, we can't hear you.
Okay. I love this topic, you know, personal
Uh,
finance management. It's been like a big deal
yes.
nowadays. Yeah. Especially for people who earn paycheck to paycheck. It's very
Yes.
important that, you try to diversify your income stream and also try to, make the best use of the money you have, your cash at hand.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's why I felt, okay, we need to discuss this. We need to, like, the more discussions out there, the more awareness we create for some people that feel, oh, they are not supposed to do that. Yeah, actually, so many people think, oh, when I earn a lot of money, I don't need to manage my finances because I earn way more than I spend. But you
Yeah.
realize that when you think about it, how much money, you know, will you have if you stop working today? That's the question you ask yourself. If there is no more active income, how much,
Yeah.
how long can you stay without an income and still maintain your standard of living?
Okay.
If you
Well,
can
okay.
stay for, if you can stay for up to 3 years, then you're good to go. But if it's less than 2 years, you need to manage your money. You need to
Okay.
manage your money. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I understand. So what you are trying to say is emergency funds.
No, not just emergency funds. It means all
Okay.
your total net worth.
Okay.
You know. Yeah. So the thing is that do you have assets that give you money? Do you have passive income anywhere? Do you have that emergency fund to fall back in case you are unable to work due to health reasons, for example? Do you have that emergency fund to fall back on? If you don't, then yes, you need to manage your money. So it's encompassing all of them at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello everybody. I'm so sorry my video has refused to come on.
Yeah, I'm pleading on
I
your
would have
behalf.
loved
Yeah.
for everyone to see me. And well, unfortunately, I don't know why, but I won't let it in the program today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do I mean by personal finance management? Or rather, what are we even talking about for some of us that don't know what we're talking about? We're talking
Yes.
about managing your money, covering your needs, and at the same time meeting your financial goals.
Okay.
So you know, your goals may be short term, it may be long term, it may be your living requirements, it may be part of your career goals. It's just having a plan to fulfill all your needs within your financial constraints.
Okay.
Yeah.
Having a plan. Okay.
Yeah. So the thing is, naturally nobody wants to be poor. So
Yeah.
but some people say, oh, I need to make a lot of money to manage my money. You don't need to make a lot of money to manage your money. You can have a low income job and still meet all your financial goals with no problem. So right now we're talking about your income, that's your money earned. No matter how much you earn, we're talking about your income. We're talking about your savings, that's money that you have put aside for the future. All these things varies depending on your personal financial goals. We're talking about expenses, money that you have spent during the course of living, depending on your standard of living. I hope I'm still clear.
Yeah, yes, yes. I can hear
Okay.
you very well from my end.
So,
Please,
okay.
viewers, if you
Then
can't hear her, please let's know in the comment section, please. Yeah, you
okay.
can go on. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then we're talking about protection. That's your emergency fund. For an unforeseen event, your planning has to include the unforeseen event. If not, you've not started planning. So it also that's the same thing as what we call the emergency fund. You can be there's someone that has been planning to say take a vacation next year, for example, to a dream country, and then you realize that you need to and then the person realizes, oh, he was diagnosed with cancer. What do you do?
Hmm.
So such kind of, or probably, or something happened and then there is a fire outbreak in the person's house. How do you go from there? You have to factor those things in, and that's why we call
Yeah.
it emergency fund.
Okay.
It's as important as savings.
Okay.
Then you need to also factor in investments.
Okay.
The money. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Before you talk on investment, what is actually the difference between savings and emergency fund?
Okay. when you talk about savings,
Yes.
the money you have set aside for your future is called savings. Your emergency fund is the money for unforeseen events. So you can invest your savings, but you should have,
Okay.
money to fall back to in case of any force majeure. So
Okay.
when you take out money from your income, and you keep it aside, you save, right? Now,
Yes.
but then from your savings, you decide, okay, how do I diversify my portfolio? How much of my savings should be liquid, that's cash? How much of my savings should go to assets? How much of my savings should go to like, you know, um how much of my savings should go to short-term investments, long-term investments? I'm building a house. How much should I have to, save or put aside to be able to do that? So your saving is the money you put aside, but it works for you. Your emergency fund does not work for you. It's supposed to be
Okay.
there in case of any
Oh,
eventuality.
okay. Okay. So, what you're trying to say, emergency fund is not meant for you to be touching it like for anything at all. It should
Yeah.
just be there. But rather, you should be increasing it instead of reducing it. You should rather be
Yeah.
increasing it.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, and
Okay.
and and yeah, you should be able to. I would say, as an advice, I advise people to, put their emergency fund in a currency that it's not easily eaten up by inflation, in
Inflation.
case of purchasing power.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and so
Okay.
yeah, we know what our investment is. When your money is working for you, that's your investment. But the topic for today is why why should we manage our personal finance? What
Yes.
the importance
Yes.
of managing your personal finance is not just about saving and putting it in the bank, because if you save and put it in the bank, the time value of money may eat away at your funds, and you find out that, oh, how much you have is not what you think you have.
Mm.
And then you may think, oh, as long as I'm spending, and then there's something in the bank, I'm good to go.
Yes.
No, not at all, because these things have to be deliberate. If not, you're going to creep into those your savings and begin to spend and convince yourself that, oh, you are, you know, you are still saving something. Because at the end of the day, the question is, you should start planning your retirement as soon as you start actively
What?
working and gaining active income. You should start planning your retirement. So at the
Uh,
end of your year 60, that's the Nigerian retirement age, yeah?
yeah.
And at the end of your year 60, can you still maintain your lifestyle? You know, this topic is paramount because of we see the way pensioners are being treated all over the world, not just in Africa. We see the way when aged people stop receiving that month to month income, or stop actively, chasing money. You see the way their whole lifestyle changes. Everything is has gone to, pieces because money was not managed. That's why we decided to create that awareness. So the first reason why you should manage your personal finance is so that you can meet your money needs.
Yeah.
Now
Sorry,
I'm talking
we
about,
can't hear you.
can you hear me properly?
No, no, no.
Hello?
I no. Hello. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you
Am I
now.
still clear?
Yeah, yeah, clear. Yeah, clear.
Okay.
Sorry. Before
Um
then, someone is online. JP and JP1. Thank you for joining. Thank you. All right. Yeah, you can go on.
okay.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, sorry for those that joined. My video
Yeah.
has refused to come on due to network issues, so please bear with
Yeah.
me on that.
Yeah. We are so sorry.
Okay. Um, as I was saying that
Yeah.
the first reason is so that you can meet your money needs. Now, what do I
Okay.
mean by that? What do I mean by that? I mean that you should be able to like your expenses, things that you need on the day to day, things that you want to acquire, no matter your income, you should be able to do that. You should be able to do that. Now, how do you meet your money needs? Now, what do I mean by that? Garbage in, garbage out.
Okay.
You should
Okay.
not, yeah, you should not, your income and your expenses should not be the same. When you want to, when you have like, let me say a 1 million naira income, or maybe say 100K income, and you want to buy a house, you want to um buy stuff in your house, you moved out of your parents' place, you have your feeding, transportation, you have your basic amenities that you need to factor in, and then you earn 100,000 in a month. It may not be enough.
Hmm.
Yeah. So the thing is, you have to be able to plan and say, okay, this percentage goes to savings, this percentage goes to expenses, work expense, house expense, telephone data expense, and all those. Um that's why on my page I wrote an article about the different types of expenses you need to factor in, and that's where budgeting comes in. So budgeting is a way of managing your personal finance month to month. You can manage it through a budget. You can manage it through a spending plan. It helps you manage your loans. It helps you factor in your inflation. So the
Yeah.
knowledge of personal finance will help you take advantage of opportunities, especially when you're facing financial challenges like loan repayment, student loan repayment, for example,
Hmm.
or probably, responsibilities that may come your way. You need to be able to make sure that your income meets your money needs. And that's one essence of personal finance. Because apart from
Okay.
your present money needs, you also have to factor in your future money needs. And that's
Okay.
what we call financial future goals. Yeah. Another
Okay.
reason why you should is to be able to check yourself or manage your income easily when you have a huge cash flow. What do I mean
Okay.
by having a huge cash flow? For example, you come into money, bonuses, incentives, side hustle, and it's not your regular income, and then you feel, oh my gosh, I'm rich, or I have more money to spend, because you
Yes.
don't have a plan. But if you have a plan that goes, oh, in next 2 years, I'm supposed to be able to get, like, own a home.
Yes.
Any huge cash flow you have, you will
Yeah.
know, you'll be able to track it so that you will not be overspending on unnecessary things that does not support that particular goal. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's why you need to plan. Once there is a plan for your money, before it comes in, you'll be able to determine how much of your money is working for you already. You'll be
Hmm.
able to know that prioritize your expenses so that you know what expense to handle first and which one you can handle later in an order of priorities.
Yeah.
And then you also know how you can factor in your monthly bills, your savings, and other things. So it helps you not to waste those you know, one-off huge cash flow that one may get in the course of their career, all those bonuses and incentives. You know, coming up with a financial plan helps with that. Then it also helps in your what we call budgeting and spending.
Okay, budgeting and
Yeah,
spending. Okay.
yeah. What I mean by that is when you get promoted, for example, or when you experience some seasonal business increase that may increase your income, there's what we call a lifestyle creep. A lifestyle creep is you start feeling, oh, I need to live according to my perceived societal status because I'm now a big boy. Or I'm now I'm now living large, you know. But
Yes.
but but because you don't have a plan, so you may say, okay, let me move to a highbrow end of the city. Let me try to get a better car. Before you know, you start spending in what you call luxury, when actually you have nothing to fall back on. You have huge debts, and then it looks like, oh, a lot of financial problems are on your head. Meanwhile, and then you start wishing, oh, I wish I can earn more. Meanwhile, it's
Mm,
never enough if you don't plan enough for it. Never enough.
ye-
Do you
Okay.
understand?
So,
So
yes.
yeah, so that's another reason. Little by little, you begin to say, "Oh, I need a nicer bag. I need a nicer shoe. I need a nicer car. I need a nicer, I need more domestic stuff." That's what we call a lifestyle creep. Before you know, you're spending more money per month, and then your money is no longer enough. Again, you start from the beginning. So that's one reason where you have to check it, your ability to track it. You have to track it against something. And what do you track it against? You track it against your goal,
Your
your
goals.
financial
Yeah.
goal. Yeah. If you don't have that end point, that destination that you're going to, you don't even know your journey there. It's just like, for example, you're going to, um, let me just say, you're going to the market. You don't know which market you're going to. You don't know
Yes.
the routes you're going to take, but you really want to get something from the market. It does not make sense, because that means if you tell someone something like that, the person will say, "Oh, you're not serious in getting that stuff from the market," you know. So you have to be able to say, "Okay, I want to get to the market by, say, a ceiling fan. I want to buy a ceiling fan from the market. But what market do you want to go to? I want to go to XYZ market to get a ceiling fan. What route are you taking? I'm taking this route to get to that place, because I know that the ceiling fan I want is sold in that market." So that's a more definite, plan to get what you want to get. So if you don't have that financial plan, then you're just keeping money in the bank for nothing. And then when something comes up, yeah, again at loss.
Wow.
Now, when we talk about cash flow, when we talk about cash flow, your personal finance management helps you, you know, it helps you keep track of your spending pattern.
Okay.
What what percentage of my income goes into household items, household expenses? What percentage of my income goes into uh, variable expense, and what percentage goes into my investments? When you have a good handle on your cash flow, you know where to increase what. You know how much money you need to increase as per your income to be able to get your financial goal. For example, if you want to own a home in 2 years and you currently receive XYZ amount, you should know the amount of increase you need to get.
Yes.
Do you understand? To be able to meet that
Yeah.
particular goal. And then
Yeah.
you should know, like, okay, because for example, I work from home or I go to the office, how much of my expenses actually go to monthly?
Transport.
Yes, monthly, day to day, tax planning, insurance, and all those things. So
Yeah.
it helps you keep track of your spending pattern. Are you the type that eats out a lot? Then you find out, oh, that food alone is taking 50% of your budget. That's not okay. You can't be eating 50% of your cash flow on food alone. And then it helps you make like those necessary changes that
Hmm.
would, yeah, that will give you, that goal, that results that you're looking for.
Yeah.
And then there is another reason why you can, and that's called family security. Now,
Okay.
some of us that have watched Nollywood from time to time or
Yes.
movies, we find out that if the breadwinner, if something, for example, happens to the breadwinner, the
Ah.
family goes into a major financial setback.
Yes.
Yes. Immediately something happens to the breadwinner, the family goes into a major financial setback. And
Yeah.
and that's not okay, because if you have planned, your money in the like various insurance, you should be able to plan for eventuality. Okay, what happens if I'm no longer around? Will
I
my
will no
child
longer.
still be able to attend college? Will
Hmm.
my child still be able to go to school? Will my husband still be able to, do what he wants to do, carry out with the project? Will my wife be able to, afford those things that she has been, you know, doing beforehand? Hi, somebody's saying hi in this section. Brian, hi.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
Brian C. Okay, Brian Casey.
Yeah.
Hi. Thank you.
For trying. Okay. Okay. So the thing is that nobody wants to think of their family suffering from lack. Meanwhile, you hear people say, "Oh, when my dad was alive, I go to the best schools. So the reason why I no longer I'm a dropout today is because my dad died." It's not
Hmm.
fair.
Yeah.
So you should be able to plan your finances and then factor in your family security, family financial security, such that whether there is an economic downturn or not, whether you are no longer in the picture or not, it does not affect your family financially. And
Wow.
how one major way of doing that is via insurance or via you know good investments that still give you that passive income if your active income is no longer um, available.
Hmm. Yeah, you mentioned investment. Sorry to cut you here.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, this investment, I don't know. Like now, I can see hundreds of investment houses out there asking people to invest with them and get their returns with some certain percentage in 24 hours,
Mm-hmm.
some say in 5 hours. So this kind of investment, will you advise someone to venture into it?
Your investment plan has to fit into your financial plan.
Okay.
That's what I tell people. You cannot, as for example, a young graduate just entering into the job market, he gets a great job or she gets a great
Yes.
job, and the next thing you're
Yes.
thinking of real estate.
Hmm.
Because real estate is what I call it's profitable, no doubt, but your is a sinking fund. It how do I put it? It ties down your capital. So
Yes.
unless you are able to go without like a your commitment for a long while, I always advise people to invest more in other short term or medium
Invest.
term, yeah, investments
Okay.
until you are able, because there is no point sinking all your money into real estate when you don't have any other means of income except for your salary. When you can venture into real estate, you should make sure that, okay, if tomorrow if anything happens, you have your emergency fund to fall back to, or you have no pending loans that you have to service. If not, I would say the first thing you do is to eradicate all your loans, because debt servicing is also one major problem.
Hmm.
Before you know, you enter into what we call the risk of unmanageable debt. For example, you have like an income of 100,000 or more, say 200,000 and 1,000 naira, and you decide to venture into real estate, and they say, okay, you have to deposit a 1 million naira. You have to have a 1 million naira deposit before you even start with your land.
Mm.
And you now have to go through what we call a desperate debt. You go to look for anybody that can lend you money to complete your deposit. That's not a good investment already. You're already putting yourself in like a lot of mess.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that
Oh,
already, you know, that already is a red flag.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Like I see this program, the time will not allow you to actually pour out everything. Yeah,
True.
but yeah, like all those ones, I would like to like approach you for consultation. How like let's, because we have just few minutes now to round off. How can they reach you, or they
Yeah.
will reach you through us?
You can reach me via my LinkedIn. You can reach me via financewise as well. My LinkedIn, Loretta Onyewotu. I don't know if I should type it in or something, you know, or you can send me a direct DM
Message.
on here,
Okay.
yeah, and then I can get in contact with you. Or yeah,
Okay.
I do private consults for small businesses, and I do private consults for people who may want to like grow their income or set up a financial plan or a business plan, or like small
Okay.
businesses, problems that may occur in management. I help people with that as well.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at, like, at what point in time will you advise a young man to start um, planning for his finances? Like, say, I'm just a young graduate and no work out there. I'm doing a menial job, earning like 10,000 per month. Will you advise someone like me to start planning for my finances,
Yeah.
considering how much I'm earning?
I started planning for my finances when I was a student in university with zero income apart from pocket money.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
was
So,
able to get shares. Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at any time, I see a question here.
Yeah.
Somebody's talking about,
What about buying a house with mortgage?
yeah. Yeah. So buying a house with mortgage is a good plan if you have the income to support it. As I've said before, I said that there is no point giving yourself an unmanageable debt or debt service that will be problematic for you in other areas. Buying a house, is that your sole financial goal? Is that your sole financial goal for the next 5 years? If it is, well, buying a house with a mortgage is even better than having to save till you get that house. Yeah. So it depends on your financial planning. But yes, buying a house with mortgage is always better.
Okay. So, it depends on your planning also and how
Yeah.
much you are earning.
Yeah. How much
Okay.
income you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like do we have kind of different strategies of managing finances, personal finances, unlike
Yeah.
companies that different companies might adopt different strategy to manage their affairs. Is it
Yeah.
applicable to personal finances?
You said?
Yeah, I said like in the case of companies
Okay.
where different companies might adopt different strategies to manage their affairs,
Mm-hmm.
Is it applicable to personal finances?
Yeah, it is. Your personal finance, you need to know if it will be majorly of long-term projects or of short-term projects.
Okay.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah. So there are different, and that determines your order of priority when it comes to your spending plan or your budget or your budgeting. You should be able to
Oh,
factor in, okay, how much my finances should go to my long-term projects and how much should go to my monthly or medium-term projects.
okay.
There are
Yeah,
different
there's a question here
strategies
for
that you
you.
can do to that, but I cannot go into it now because of time constraints, so I cannot exactly explain all the strategies. you know
Yeah, hopefully we have you some other time to talk about that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's a question here for you.
Okay.
From JP and JP. Say, can you give example of short or medium investment that one can go into?
Then the thing is, I try not to recommend investment, but there are mutual funds, short-term investment. I always recommend like mutual funds. I try not to be very specific because everybody has to tailor their financial plan in the way that it suits their own lifestyle or life goals. Or there are mutual funds, there are agro partnerships that you can go into, there are credit facilities that offer investment options that you can like go to. But the most important thing is when you hear of opportunities like that, it's always better to do your research so that you are sure that but what I mean by medium term goals or medium term investments are investments that pay, say, 12 to 24 months. You can get your cash
Okay.
back. Yeah, there are a lot out there. There are a lot out there.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I hope JP and JP are
Does that
hearing.
answer? Yeah. Does that answer your question? Because
Yeah. Yeah, so I think because of time constraint, she won't be able to go that far. Considering the network before we start, we are so sorry for that.
yeah, but
Um,
I will say, like, let me give some key takeaways. The takeaways to educate yourself financially. There are so many
oh,
courses on how to manage your money. There are podcasts, there are blogs, there are articles. I also give out tips from week to week, on how to manage your money. So try to educate yourself financially, you know and also be disciplined in budgeting, spending, expenses, investments. Make sure that you are disciplined. Discipline is the only way to carry out any plan, really. not just financial plan. You know, be
Discipline.
consistent as well. If you say you're going to set out a particular amount for savings, make sure that you set it out month to month. Do not fail. Be consistent. So those are the things that I would want us to, because your job can go away, pandemic might arise, disaster can occur. Make sure that you
Hmm.
have those funds that takes care of that, so that you're not in a mess. So those are the key takeaways that I would like some of us to note down in this segment.
O- Okay. Thank you so much on that.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
nice being on your program. Actually, I'm so sorry for my video, and I don't know why my video didn't come on. Really, I don't know why.
No, no problem. Network is the challenge here. So I don't think we'll blame you for that. Yeah. You have no yes, you have no control over it.
I know.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you
Uh,
so much, Rita,
Alrighty.
for
Yeah.
our invitation. And
Yeah.
we hope to speak with you again some other time on our platform.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Anytime. Yeah. Alrighty. Bye.
All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, before we round off the program, um, yeah, this is what FinanceWise does. We actually educate people on how to manage their personal finances, and they'll bring in different guests on our channel to talk to us on different strategies, ways on how we can actually manage our finances. We understand that here in Nigeria, this is one of our major challenges, not just Nigeria, but the whole of Africa. So if you actually enjoy this program and you love us to host such programs again in the future, kindly follow us through our different social media platform on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and financewise one, that is on Instagram, financewise one, on Twitter at financewise one, on LinkedIn, FinanceWise, on Facebook, FinanceWise. Please do us a favor, follow us, tell others about this, and we hope to see you again next month. By the grace of God, someone is coming up next month for a wonderful session like this. Thank you so much, Loretta, for this session. Please remember our key takeaway. You said you should educate yourself, read articles. There are always tips out there for you to read. Then she emphasized on discipline. That we have to be disciplined in order to achieve our goals, our financial goals. And also know your expenses, try and invest. As such, you overcome this. So we hope that this message get out there to people so that we won't make the same mistake that the aged ones did. Honestly speaking, people are suffering out there not because they are not having inflow or cash flow of inflow of money, but because they lack knowledge of finance management. Thank you so much, guys. Hope to see you in our next session. And by name Alkali Edom. Don't forget to follow us on our different social media as I mentioned. And please, at the moment, we are running a free Excel training class. You can drop us your phone number either in the comment section or send us a direct message. We'll ensure add you into that platform. And we are also bringing different kind of training um, on skills acquisitions, and yeah, so endeavor to follow us on our different social media platform for the updates. Thank you guys. We appreciate you for attending the first ever webinar of FinanceWise. Thank you so much. Don't forget to approach Loretta on LinkedIn. She dropped her LinkedIn name. Approach her should in case you need further explanation. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you in our next broadcast.